Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Locklear, the superintendent here in Moore County Schools, and it's my honor to, as the secretary to the board, to preside over a portion of tonight's meeting. I want to start off by first welcoming you all to tonight's event, where we will be administering our oath of office to our new board members elect this evening, as well as we'll be calling an organizational meeting to order and electing our chair and vice chair. So again, I want to welcome you to this very special evening. I want to welcome the friends and families of our new board members elect that are here to witness this and celebrate with them. And I also want to recognize we have several elected officials in our audience tonight, and just want to welcome you and thank you for attending this event. So thank you very much. With that, I would like to now move us forward with the administration of the oath of office for our three board members elect. We will be handling those in alphabetical order. The first member will be Mr. Ken Benway, then Ms. Bruno, followed by Ms. Shannon Davis. And so I want to also thank Mr. Todd Maness, our clerk of court, who was recently sworn in and be here tonight.
Do solemnly swear that I will support and maintain the Constitution and the laws of the United States and the Constitution and the laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as a member of the Moore County Board of Election, so help me God. I'm sorry, Board of Education. It's been a long day, guys. I got to swear myself. Next. I do solemnly swear, sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will faithfully and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and the constitutional powers and the authorities which may be established with the government thereof, and that I will endeavor and support and maintain and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God. I further swear that I will and truly execute the duties of my office as a member of the Moore County Board of Education according to the best of my skill and abilities, according to the law, so help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present your newest school board.
Congratulations again, Mr. Benway. And now Ms. Pauline Bruno.
Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand. I
Pauline Bruno,
do solemnly swear that I will support and maintain the Constitution and laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as a member of the Moore County Board of Education, so help me God.
so help me God.
I
Pauline Bruno,
do solemnly swear and sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will faithfully and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and to the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor and support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
so help me God.
I
Pauline Bruno,
further swear that I will and truly execute the duties of my office as a member of the Moore County Board of Education according to the best of my skills and ability, according to the law, so help me God.
so help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to set for you as school board. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, because I was out on the front lines myself, I got sworn in today myself. Pauline Bruno is the hardest working person at the polls. She was out there every day, every minute, and I have kept telling Pauline, this is a marathon, it's not a sprint. But she was out there every day, and I am so proud of all of them, but I am extra proud of you, Pauline. Do you have your Bible? Okay. Left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, please. I
Shannon Davis,
do solemnly swear that I will support and maintain the Constitution and the laws of the United States and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina, not inconsistent therewith, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of my office as a member of the Moore County Board of Education, so help me
so
God.
help me God.
I
Shannon Davis,
do solemnly and sincerely swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will faithfully and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and the constitutional powers and authorities which are or may be established for the government thereof, and that I will endeavor and support, maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state, not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States, to the best of my knowledge and ability, so help me God.
so help me God.
I
Shannon Davis,
further swear that I will and truly execute the duties of my office as a member of the Moore County Board of Education according to the best of my skills and abilities, according to the law, so help me God.
so help me God.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present Shannon Davis as your This time I'm going to turn everything back over to our wonderful staff here. I would like to wish our school board the best, and God bless all of you. And I know that you will serve diligently our children in Moore County. Thank you.
I now have the privilege of calling this organizational meeting to order. I would like to take a motion for approval of our organizational meeting agenda. Can I have a motion? A second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Against? None, that we've had approval of our agenda. I would now like to ask Dr. Mike Metcalf, our Chief Officer for Academics and Student Support Services, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. If you would please stand if you can.
Please join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now I would like to ask Dr. Anita Appenfeld, our Executive Officer for Human Resources, to lead us in a moment of silence. Dr. Appenfeld.
And as we do so, we have a lot to celebrate tonight. We have a lot for which to be grateful, and I don't mean to call people out, but I think about those who are working in our county right now to restore power, to make sure that we are safe. We are grateful that our sheriff and chief deputy are here. We also should remember those in need tonight. We're nice and toasty warm. Many people are not. So
Yes.
I hope that as we observe this moment of silence, you will remember all these things.
Yes.
May we do so. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Appenfeld. Because of our power outage in our context, we do not have a musical selection this evening. And so we'll go right into our board action, which is our board election for chair and vice chair. In this organizational meeting of the Moore County Board of Education has been called to order. We have a quorum that is present, and the purpose of this meeting is the election of our board officers. The first order of business is the election of a chair. As a reminder, board members, these nominations do not require a second. Just need one nomination, don't require a second. So do I hear any nominations for the office of board chair?
I'm going to nominate Bob Lee as chair.
Mr. Bob Levy has been nominated for board chair. Are there any other nominations for board chair? Hearing none, the nominations are closed. Since there's only one person that's been nominated, the board can approve the election by acclamation. Is there a motion to accept the nomination of Mr. Bob Levy for chair by acclamation?
I make a motion.
Is there a second? A motion has been made and seconded to accept the nomination of Mr. Bob Levy for chair by acclamation. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Congratulations, Mr. Levy. You've been elected as chair.
Thank you very, very much. One of the things that I want to do as chair is take what is called a point of personal privilege, so that I can talk just a little bit about this wonderful board. We have really a great board in front of us. We have had a very, very divisive election, and it is my hope that we can put all of that behind us. What I want to do is talk a little bit about each person who is before us. Mr. Ken Benway. Mr. Ken Benway is a retired Army, your rank was? Lieutenant Colonel, okay? Which means that we'll be marching to your orders. But what it really does mean is that he will bring some order and discipline and clear thought to our board. Shannon Davis. I'm especially happy that Shannon Davis is here with us, because a lot of people really don't know that about 12% of all students in Moore County are homeschooled. And there has been some talk, maybe in some of our publications, about the fact, why should a homeschool person come to our Board of Education? We need you here at our Board of Education. I want to remind everyone that we have a program called Blend Ed. Okay, that Blend Ed program is tailored to homeschooling. And so that's very, very important. Stacy Caldwell. Stacy has been on the board longer than any of us have. And Stacy, what I've told you before, you're going to be the memory of the board, okay? You're going to remember, and you do remember, what this board did, why it did it, and the reasons behind it. We're going to look to you for wisdom. And while I will tell you, and I think everyone knows, that we've had our differences in the past, I respect your opinion. And I think this entire board should respect her opinion, because she is the person who will lead us from our previous board to the current board smoothly and for the sake of our students. So I appreciate you being here. Pauline Bruno is an educator. She is an educator of special needs children. And being an educator of special needs children, I myself have been in what's called a self-contained classroom of special needs children. The teachers there do God's work. They really do. It is so important that we don't forget those children who really need our help the most. And I know that Pauline will remember that. And with her experience as a special education teacher, we're going to need her here before the board. Philip Holmes. Philip, you came with us to the board. You really got involved with the board. You're a businessman. You're also a former policeman, I believe. So we're going to be relying on you especially for our safety and our discipline and those types of things. So, we especially appreciate your interest in making sure that books, and I know this is close to your heart, that books are age appropriate for children. And that, I think, is going to be one of the things that our board will be closely looking into. And so, my friend David Hensley, right over here, to my right, Major David Hensley. A lot of people might not know that he runs a company that is so big they could buy and sell me, but they could not finance my debt. But as a businessman, he has clear thought, and he knows how to work on a budget. And besides that, of course, as a retired major in the Marine Corps, he is a no-nonsense individual. So, David, we appreciate you being here, not just because I understand that you brought Chick-fil-A. So let me also say this, Dr. Locklear, we appreciate you being here. You are a graduate of Pinecrest, my alma mater. You have a child who goes to our public schools. You are dedicated to our public schools. Dr. Locklear, for those of you who might not know, he worked here for a long time at Moore County Schools, but he wasn't the only candidate for our superintendent. We looked high and low. We looked in Korea for some military people who were governing some of the military schools in Korea. We found a superintendent candidate in Florida. Okay, and we found them from all over the country, but they couldn't touch it because you know our students, you're dedicated to education, and this board looks forward to working with you, and we appreciate your work here today.
Thank you.
So with that, I want to thank the board for your faith in me, and we're going to go right into the nominations for vice chair. Are there any nominations for vice chair?
I'll move to nominate David Hensley.
Is there a second to
I'm
the
second.
nomination?
You don't need a second. No second.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. And by the way, I should introduce our attorney, Rich Schwartz, who is going to keep a very, very, very close eye on the parliamentary procedure. And one of the things that you might not know about Rich, by the way, under parliamentary procedure, I'm actually violating it by commenting at this point in time. But I want you to know that he was our former general counsel. And we do appreciate you being here because your work has just been excellent.
Thank you very much.
So let me, so are there any further nominations for vice chair? Hearing no further nominations for vice chair, is there a motion to elect David Hensley as vice chair by acclamation?
So moved.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of electing David Hensley as our vice chair by acclamation, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? David, you are elected as vice. Now, at this point, there appears to be no further business, or am I? There appear to be any further business. So at this point, we'll go for board comments. We'll go from left to right. Mr. Bedwin, do you have any comments?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to thank the entire voting populace of Moore County for electing me and placing their confidence in me. We have a bright future ahead for both Moore County and for the school system. And the school system needs to be a key part of that. I look forward to working and building this new team. In fact, we've got probably a team for the ages almost throughout Moore County now. We can do an awful lot together, and we intend to do so. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Also, thank you to everyone that's here, everyone out within the community, all around, that voted for us, that believes in us. Just a few minutes ago, we all held our hands on a Bible and we swore to uphold the Constitution. That's exactly what I plan on doing. I would like to repeat what I've repeated multiple times throughout my campaign, that our North Carolina Constitution that I swore to uphold says in Article 9, says that religion, morality, and knowledge, being necessary for good government and the happiness of mankind, schools and libraries shall forever be encouraged. It's the religion, the morality, and the knowledge that we're encouraging. And I promise you that I will do my best to support those three things in every way that I can.
So I think I should have went first, because how do I top that? I just want to welcome everybody here, and I'm eager to work with you all. I am honored to have Mr. Levy and Mr. Hensley as chair and vice chair, and I'm just waiting for great things to happen. Let's do it.
I also want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. You put us in these seats, and we are forever grateful, and we are really going to work hard to listen to you, to do what we promise, and what the community expects of us. We are all for the parents, we are all for your students. We want to take the loads off our teachers, off our principals. We really want to do the right thing. So God willing, God will be there with us. Thank you.
I would like to say welcome to the new board members. This is going to be awesome. It's been a really, really long day. And I think people were looking forward to the Chick-fil-A. That's
I really didn't want to stand between the Chick-fil-A and Bojangles and you all, but I do have a few words to say. 12 years ago, in 2010, the people of North Moore made a very simple request. They requested that the Board of Education air condition their gyms and fix their leaky roofs. In spite of supporting sales tax increases and bond issues because they were promised air conditioning that was never delivered and leaky roofs that were never fixed. Watching the south part of the county spend $105 million on remarkable facilities that unfortunately cost twice as much as a school can. And watching other such expenditures. I mean, my God, they built Cranes Creek but didn't install air conditioning. I'm here to tell you, then in an election year, when there's COVID money flowing left and right, your representative suddenly decides that maybe we should air condition those gyms. So rather than do what the normal person would do, there was concocted a 3-year, $2.5 million per gym plan to install air conditioning in the gym that's about 200 yards behind me. I took notice when a private businessman bought one of those gyms that was said to be decrepit and required $2.5 million in repairs. And this local businessman spent $85,000 and he installed air conditioning and fixed the leaky roof. So North Moore, the days of you all being ignored are over. Yes. More to say, and I will say at our next business meeting and the first business meeting of this school board is going to be at North Moore High School, and where we're going to welcome and we're going to thank and we're going to show our appreciation for the North Moore Mustangs and their run at the state championship. Trust me when I say we're not going to have a 3-year, $2.5 million per gym project. We're going to have a 6-month, maybe $200,000, $250,000 project where we're going to install air conditioning, we're going to fix the roofs, we're going to spruce up the fascia a little bit and slap some paint on it, and then we're going to take the $10 million we saved and we're going to maybe build a nice, modest community school for the town of Carthage. So anyway, I appreciate everyone being here. As soon as we adjourn, there's a private event next door that everybody's invited to, featuring Chick-fil-A sandwiches and Carolina's all-time favorite, Bojangles, assortment of chips, moon pies at 8 exciting varieties, RC Cola, cherry wine, peach knee-high, and water. So I hope to see you there. Thank you.
I would be remiss if I didn't thank from the dais the person who made a lot of this setup possible. and who coordinates everything for us, and without whose help we could just not exist as a board. Thank you, Cynthia Parker. And Gary the second. Everyone for attending. Please join us for our events across the way with our knee-highs and our Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Do I hear a motion to adjourn? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor, aye? Aye. Any opposed? We stand adjourned.
Yeah!